I will be building my Lego soccer ball that I designed and won the Lego House contest to have it displayed there for a year, which it ended up being another year because it went to the Legoland, which was pretty cool. But this is what I will be building out of Lego, right? It's not common to build Lego out of sphere, especially since they're not very round and whatnot. And Lego has come out with their own soccer ball, but in my opinion, it doesn't look quite like an actual soccer ball. I mean, if it had these 32 panels, I would have given it more credit, but for whatever reason, they went with their own design, so I'm gonna go with mine. In this case, you have 12 pentagons, right? The 5-sided shape, and 20 hexagons. So that's what was the first thing that I needed to figure out how to design. And for the most part, they're all equal sided. And if you take a 1x4, it pretty much matches up with the seam. It's a little bit less. A 1x5 probably will reach it more, but I figure since Lego's a little bit bulky, the 1x4 should be better. And then 1x3 will probably make it a little bit too small. So I stuck with the 1x4. It makes things a little bit easier. The other thing, right, is the shape. So how do you make a pentagon with equal sides or a hexagon with equal sides? And Lego does have some pieces that are diagonal so that you can make the shapes, but then they all don't have the equal side, right? In order to do that, I used a hinge piece, the 1x2 hinge piece here, which pretty much allows you to make any angle you want, right? So with that, as long as I have enough, I can make each side, right? So in this case, I think I have my hexagon pieces, or sorry, my pentagon pieces here first. So you need at least 5 of these hinge pieces, right? How these two pieces correlate with each other, right? So we have the design, at least to make the shape, but how are we going to connect them? So in that case, you can use Technic pieces, you know, anything that has a hinge. So you can even use like another hinge like this, right, to connect the pieces and then have the snot to connect it to. But I use something simpler. So I have the stick and then the ones with the hook. So when these go together, these form a hinge as well, right? So as long as they are at each one, right, then they can connect. And so that's how I came up with that part of the design. And if you can see, the pentagon attaches to every single hexagon, right? So in that case, I have each one using the hook. So I have a hook there, all the way around. And then with the with the hexagon, you see that it connects to at least 3 pentagons, right? So the white connects to at least 3, and the black connects to all 5. So with the white, you only need at least 2 hooks to connect to each one. And then you see that it also connects to at least 3 hexagons as well, but when we get there, I'll show you what I did. So back to the pentagon design. So I start with 4 equal sides here. I attach the hook piece to the 1x4 in the middle. Right, so there's my 5, and then I use these little 1x1s on either side to fill in the space before I attach the hinge pieces to each one. This just kind of like fortifies it so that it's stiffer, because you'll see that when you do eventually connect everything, it's kind of loose, and I have different tricks for that. So I got 5 of these, right? And then I have 5 of these hinge pieces. So I connect them here, right, with the hooks out, like that. And then I finish it up all the way. 5. Yeah, all right. So now we have our pentagon. See how the 1x4 fits kind of just like perfectly there? So the 1x5 definitely would have gone past the seams. So because we're doing the World Cup one, instead of having white and black, we want it to be colored. So I have this 1x4 on top and then this 1x4 tile to finish off the top. Like I mentioned before, this kind of gets all deformed and stuff. So then I designed another type of style pentagon to fit under here. And I like to think that the Captain America shield stole my design, although they never saw mine, so I guess they technically didn't, but that was the first time I ever saw that design, which happened after I made this. So pretty much you have a 1x4 sandwiching the hooks or the stick, and in this case I have a long one that's on either end like that. And the idea is to connect them so that they go all around and then they'll fit in the middle of here. So this is at the center of the Captain America design, which came after I designed my soccer ball play. You put this in the middle here, and somehow I figured out that it just fits perfectly, and so now you kind of have a puck, so to speak. So this is what's going to keep your design from being flimsy, and it keeps it structurally sound. This was something pretty cool. It keeps it kind of in tension. I don't know if this is technically Lego legal, but for the most part it works. I don't think it puts it under stress or anything. So now we want to build the top part, right? We have these angled ones out here. I use basically a 2x3 on the front, and then these angled ones again, these 1x3s that are right corners, and then I use these L's at the bottom here. This is a rough pentagon, or yeah, for the most part, like it's not the best, but oh, and then I'll put these on top here. And this. This. So then these go on the side here. All right. So now we have our piece that covers this piece up, right? You want to build it up so that it's semi-round, so it kind of forms the round shape of the ball, and loosely based on a pentagon. So when you attach it on top, you have a clean white canvas to work with, right? So now all these are going to come out nice and white, and then you can attach your own design on it, whatever country's flag you want. So this is representing the World Cup, right? You want to choose a team that's in the World Cup. The one in particular that I made was representing the Women's World Cup from the 2023. So it had all 32 teams represented there. Japan. If anybody knows this Japan's flag, it's all white with a red circle in the middle, the rising sun. So in this case, I like to use these slope pieces for the edges, so that way, you know, right, you're kind of trying to make like a dome for the most part, so you'll see that in the other designs. So I have 4 of them, right, in 4 different locations. And then I have the sun. So in my case, I bought all individual tiles. I mean, you can always go back and redesign this so that way it's all nice and clear. So I could have got like a 2x2 circle, but in this case, I got 4 little triangle ones, and then they all fit together. and then I put all the squares around it. So again, if you knew how long of a piece you needed, then you could have gotten like the 1x4 flat tile and whatnot, but I just used all individual tile. Thought it looked more interesting that way. So I add the rest of these white pieces, which some are the little triangle ones at the end, so that way they're not straight like the square ones are. The flag of Japan. You can kind of see my white is a little discolored from its travels, but that's one down, right? So this is one of 12, and then you'd repeat it to make the next 12. Now to make the hexagon, right? So same idea. In this case, I think I did it the same way. So you can see I have black sticks and I have white sticks, and that's to show that the black side will connect with the black hooks, and then the white will not connect with anything, and you'll see why when I actually put it all together. But we have 6 sides this time instead of 5, so one more step than the other one. This ball's pretty repetitive, but I feel like the end result is worth it. Kind of like the Colosseum. I heard that one is very, very repetitive, but I mean, who wouldn't want a Colosseum in your home? As long as you can afford it, right? So now I'm going to attach the hinges, right? Again, with the sticks on the outside, so that way they don't cave in on each other. And in this case, I'm going to goes white, black, white, right? We want them opposite, because that's how the ball attaches to it, right? The way we saw the pentagons and hexagons. Every hexagon had at least three pentagons connected to it. And so this one is your 6. Again, see how the black matches up, right? And the white matches up. And then just like the other one, we want to use white pieces, or sorry, tile pieces to keep it from attaching, so that way we can just fit a flat piece on top. But in this case, I learned the actual studs to go from each other, and this is an odd number of 9. So when you put, if you put like a 1x9, which they don't exist, right? But in, I don't know, when you put them a line, it keeps it intact. So you don't need to build that bottom piece that we did for the hexagon, or sorry, for the pentagon. If you wanted to, you could, and make it a little bit more structurally sound. I think there's another unique way of doing it so that it keeps it all tight. So now the idea is to have one that is at least 9 going across, right? And then going up is 8, is what I figured that that fits on it pretty nicely. This took a while to figure out, so luckily you don't have to think about it. So right now, this middle one, right, is tan, because it doesn't matter, because it's going to go on the bottom. It's just easier to keep it from a different color. Everything else needed to be white, pretty much, because it shows. So you have 9 going across and 8 studs going up and down, and so that's why I have these 2 1x4s to connect them like that. And then I have these squares that can fit in here, and then 1x4. So now we're getting a more flat canvas, but we kind of want it to build up, so that way it can kind of be rounded, right? Because it is a rounded shape. So then I use these L-shaped ones to basically have a
1x6 in the middle, and then it's a 1x4 and then a 1x2. And that's how I finished the top. So it's 3 tiers, right? And then when I add more on top of it, that's going to be the curvature of this one panel. So my 9 going across is the width, and then the 8 going up and down, that's the height. So that's basically your canvas of painting a flag on there, so to speak. And in this case, I chose one of the easier ones to show as an example is Nigeria. And if you know, Nigeria has green on the outsides and white in the middle. It's three panels pretty much of color. So if I have none going across, then I'm gonna have 3 studs worth or width of green, and in the middle 3 will be white. So it makes it pretty simple to design that way. So see, right now, getting there. This can go pretty quick. Now, if you wanted to, you can obviously get pieces that cover the entire length that you need. I ended up just getting it per tile instead. I kind of like the way it looked with each individual piece, but like if you wanted to, right, you could get like a 1x1 and then, sorry, a 1x4 and fill in that middle, or like a 1x4, 1x6, 1x4, you know, whatever you chose. But you know, each way is whichever way you want. You could have it studded too if you wanted to have that. I like the look of the smoothness, so that's why I went with tile, because it looks more realistic to a soccer ball than having studs everywhere. And so there you have it, right? You got green, white, green. And then, since it's 9x9, put it on there, and it fits. So you have it compared to what it looks like on the wall for now. So it'll look something like that, right? And then we'll have 19 other ones, which I've already completed for the time being. And then
these are all my hexagons. I'll put them over here. And then these are all my pentagons, which I'll keep on this side. So I should have 12 and 20, right? So here's 10, 11, 12, the Japan one. And then here is 20 hexagons. So there's still one more element to this design that you need to be aware of, right? And the thing is that when you attach these two together, so black goes together, right? And then it's curved, right? So we can make that angle the way we want. You have this hinge exposed, and I didn't like that. So what I did was I basically created a seam straight up. And there's 2 types here. There's one without a flag, and there's one with a flag. So it's basically 4 pieces, right? You have a hook. The hook is so that it can hook on to the center of this, right? And then you have a jumper. The jumper connects to the hook. And then you have the slopes, but the inverted slope. Because you need the inverted since it's going down, and the other one won't have anything to attach to. So that way you have studs to attach to the jumper, and that creates the seam, right? So now you don't see that, and then it makes it look cooler, which you'll see at the end. Now, when you attach a few of these together, right, like this, and you put this one here, you start having some triangles exposed, right? And that's where this triangle one comes in. So these ones are only attached to this these two black ones that are attached together. Because when you put it all around a pentagon, the only ones that you have left are ones that are two hexagons. So then when you attach it to the hexagon, you'll see that you don't need a flag on this side because it's already been taking place from the other one. So that's why you have two different ones. So for these, you need at least 5 per pentagon. So that's 5 times 12. So you need at least 60 of these. And then these are 3 per hexagon. So 3 times 20 is another 60. So you need about 120 of those. And that's the last thing that I put on this design, which you'll see. Okay, so before we start attaching them willy-nilly, you also have to understand that some of these are different. So there's, I think, 4 different styles. So you have these black ones that are supposed to attach with the other black hooks, right? And then these white ones, they don't attach with anything. So then you have one that has all 6, and then you have one that's 5. So we have 1 space missing. And then you have one that has 3 spaces missing. You have 3 spaces, 1, all, and then 2 space. So you have these four styles. So we have 1, right? We're gonna have 1 in the middle, and then we're gonna attach them here. And the idea is that when you attach one here, right? So you have it on all sides. So then you need one that has at least 1 space missing. And this has 1 space missing. So you attach the black to the black. So you see how you have 1 space missing, or 1 hook missing? That's what's important. So then over here, you have another one that's 1. So in this case, I use the 2 space missing. So now you got that one there, and then this one just needs another 1. So I want to say you need to use at least 1 of these empty ones. 1 empty ones and 2 of these 5s, something like that. I'll figure it out once I put it together. But that's the idea. I don't know if you can see here, is that you have only 1 when you attach 1 here, right? So you have it on all sides. So then you need one that has at least 1 space missing. And this has 1 space missing. So you attach the black to the black. So you see how you have 1 space missing, or 1 hook missing? That's what's important. So then over here, you have another one that's 1. So in this case, I use the 2 space missing. So now you got that one there, and then this one just needs another 1. I want to say you need to use at least 1 of these empty ones. 1 empty ones and 2 of these 5s, something like that. I'll figure it out once I put it together. But that's the idea. I don't know if you can see here, is that you have only one stick in between each hexagon, and then when you attach the pentagons, then they only attach to the black. So you should have 2 black ones next to each one. So then I'll use that next. Do you see that? It's a kind of an easy first steps for the most part. It starts to get a little bit more sturdy as they all connect together. Oh, sorry. This goes aside. Connect these. So now I've used basically six hexagons and 5 pentagons, right? So you got 5 of those white ones and then 6 of those black ones, and then this is what it looks like from the inside. So now you need to attach the white ones here, and you need to make sure that you have, if you need a stick, right? Or if you don't need a stick. So some of these did need it and some of these don't. So here I put the stick. This one, I need a stick. Then this one, I don't need a stick. Start with the pentagon, then you put the hexagons, then you put the pentagons, then you put the hexagons. Now you put a hexagon and then a pentagon, right? So I can start with this one here. So this one, you have a hook on one side and then you don't have a hook on the other side. So this one doesn't have any hooks, so you need at least one. I can use this one here, right? So I match it up. So black to black, no stick on here, stick on this side, right? Then I'm gonna attach a hexagon or pentagon, sorry, the 5-sided shape, right? And then the same thing for the next one. So I got 2 here, so I got no stick here and no stick there, so I need one that has at least 2 sticks. I'll use one that's all-sided, and again, black to black. So there you go. So you have the 2. Oh. And then I can attach another pentagon. And then here you have, again, no sticks. So I'm going to attach one that has all sticks to make it easier. Boom. And then another pentagon. One pentagon left to attach. Boom. All right. The easy part's done. Is basically, 3/4 of the way. Now you got 1/4 left to put together. Or there's 6 pieces left. It's like 1/5 of the way left. Okay, so now I have my last ones to do. Now you don't want to put all the hexagons on and then put this one last, because it's a lot harder to hook 5. It's easier to hook one that only needs 3 attachments here. So if anything, this one's going to go somewhere here, so I just need to make sure that I set that up. So I go to one that doesn't have a hook, or sorry, a stick. So I have one white one. I hook that here, and then I look at this next one. So this one needs 2 hooks at least, so I got an all-sider here. So I attach all the blacks together. All right, so now that I have 2 up top, I'm gonna attach my last pentagon here. And I'm gonna end on this one. So this one's gonna have 0. So then I need to make sure that this has a stick here. And when I'm looking at this one, I got a stick, and then let's see what we have left. So this one has 1 stick. So if I have that here, this one needs at least 1 stick to attach one side, and then carefully attach the other 2. There you go. The soccer ball. Now, like I said, right? Without the seams, it doesn't look as pretty, in my opinion.
One of the last things to do is to make sure this seam is halfway. So before they are kind of like attached.
Whatever direction you want, just keep it the same going all the way around. So like in this case, right, I put it on the right side, so then it's always on the right side. And when you put it always on the right side, then you'll cover each corner as such. So there you go, right? See, when you're done, you have your soccer ball, and if you want to make a display for it, like I did, I made this patch of grass, and this right here, it's pretty much the design of the top part of the flag. So if you remember what I said, it was like a 1x6 in the middle with a 1x4 on either side, and then a 1x2 on either side. So again, there's your 1x2, your 1x4, your 1x6, 1x4, 1x2. And then I basically chose whichever country that I didn't know the best. Or, you know, you can have it rotate. Great, now this thing, there we go. So I picked Zimbabwe because they're not a well-known soccer country. Unfortunately, they didn't do too well in the World Cup either. But here, if you can see, I have bricks sticking out. And so I do that purposely so that it can fit in here and it can stay put. So I slide that in to the same shape, and then this is how I display my soccer ball. If you stayed this long, thank you for supporting me and watching me, and hopefully I can impress you with another build.